Childhood obesity has more than tripled in the past 30 years. Currently, 12.5 million American kids ages 12 to 19 are obese. This is 17% of the population, and another 16.5% are at risk for becoming overweight.
Hi, my name is Alexa Boychef, and I'm going to tell you my story about obesity. Ever since I was young, I was always overweight, the overweight child. I never at one part in my childhood was at a normal weight. I was always considered heavy, and it was pretty hard. Like in school, I was always the one to be picked on, and that carried from pre-K to even like freshman year of high school. 8th grade is when I started to get nicknames, and one of them was Meatball, and there was Oompa Loompa, and it was just really hard. Like, that's something that you don't want to hear every day.
Did your parents have any influence on you becoming a child and into your teenage years?
My mom didn't really play a big part in my weight. She knew that I was overweight, and she knew that I needed to do something about it. And she tried, but she didn't enforce it as much as my dad. My dad was like, every day I was called a fat ass by my dad. And it was so bad. Like every day, somehow I ended up, being upset and depressed about my weight. And the fact that every day he yelled at me for it, it just made it worse. And that's probably why I continued to, gain weight up to a certain point.
When did you realize that you had to make a change? What was your breaking point, and what made this occur?
In 7th grade, I realized I had to make a change when I went to the doctors. I went for that daily checkup. I walked in. I knew that I would step on that scale and the numbers would still be high. And it was something that I just dreaded doing. But I stepped on the scale, and my doctor told me, "Alexa, I need to talk to you." And I was like, "Okay, what's wrong?" And she goes, "It's about your weight." And she told me that I was obese, and that for the average height, I was 4'11", and the weight was supposed to be 120 pounds, and I weighed 190. So that really pushed me to want to do something about it and be healthy.
How does becoming healthier different from being an obese child? How do you feel physically and emotionally different?
Emotionally, every day I can look at myself and say that I'm pretty. When I was obese, I never felt that. It was really hard for me to look into the mirror and accept the fact that I was extremely overweight. So today I'm able to walk into school and knowing that I'm going to have a good day.
This graph shows the percentage of overweight kids throughout the world. As you can see, America has the highest percentage, and that number is still increasing.
What would you like to tell parents and children concerning obesity and how they can help to prevent it?
Parents, if your child is struggling with weight now, you need to do something. You can't prolong taking the action to get them help and get them in the right direction, because it will be too late. And the best time to start is when your child is young. And if I didn't start at the age that I did with losing my weight, I wouldn't have been able to do it and be successful.